Alright guys, so out here trying to change a tire on this Ford, and all the lug nuts are all messed up, right? See that? The caps are all messed up. They got these decorative caps on them that Ford presses onto them, or whoever makes them, and they're not a real size. So if you use a 21 millimeter socket, thin walled socket like this on the lug nuts before, like say you go to these front ones that aren't messed up, see how the 21 fits on perfect, no issue. It fits on all of them, comes on and off nice and easy. But if you use the factory lug wrench on there, it won't really fit, and it'll mess up your lug nuts. See how it doesn't go all the way on there? It wants to stick off just a little bit. And then because this doesn't come out and make a perfect 90-degree angle, you know, it makes like a 45-degree angle or whatever, and it doesn't seat all the way onto the lug nut completely. That makes you round it off and kind of mess up the cap that's pressed on there. So then, it's hot as hell out here. So then you could use like a stripped lug nut socket you can get at the part store like this. It has these knurled edges inside of it, and you hammer it on there, you know, and it bites onto it, and then it'll take it off. But in this case, the cap on this one just kept spinning. So I got a 13/16 socket out right here, and I hammered it on there, and it's taking it off. So that seems to work pretty good on that one. Okay, then you just take it off, and then you gotta kind of beat the lug nut back out of the socket there. Like so. All right, and then just take the 13/16. You can see that one's good. That one's already loose. Customer said he got a few loose, so that one's loose, that one's loose. That one's tight, that one's tight, but I'm gonna have to put the jack under there and get that one before I get the other ones off. All right, so let's take this 13/16 and put it onto that busted up ass lug nut right there, and get it to go all the way down on there. Hopefully you have an impact, because it makes it a lot easier. I know doing it by hand, you could do it, but it is going to make it a lot harder, so hopefully you have that. And a good heavy hammer like this one, opposed to this one. You know, you don't want to use something that light if you can help it, but, you know. There you go. Alright guys, it's hot as hell out here. Alright, there you go. So now, because all these lug nuts are all jacked up, we can't reuse these because you won't be able to torque them on properly. So we're going to have to take 3 from the others. We might be able to take 2 off of one. Yeah, we'll take 2 off of one and then 1 off of the others, and then we'll have enough to put on here. That'll get him down the road so he can get some more lug nuts at the part store. But here's all the jacked up lug nuts. That's what they look like. That's usually what I get them off with right there, that strip lug nut tool, but it wasn't working on this one. Now I'll go ahead and change the tire out. So just show you how easy they come off with the 21 thin walled socket when they're not already messed up by using the factory tools. See how it seats all the way on there? Goes all the way down on the lug nut, and then you just zip it off. It falls off, no damage. So if you use a 21, you'll be good. Use anything else, and especially the factory stuff, and you'll be in trouble.